Hey you guys, Samara Riviera here, coming to you from Hollywood, California, the movie making capital of the world. And I'm doing this video today as an actress because with this new year, all of a sudden, the first couple of weeks, I've gotten 2 auditions already. And then one of them today, I had a callback audition, that means you went to an audition first, to the first audition, and then they liked you enough to call you back for a second audition. So I went to that today. It's for a short film that's going to be shooting in Hawaii. So that should be exciting. If I get picked for the part, they'll fly me to Hawaii, pay for the airfare and hotel, and shoot the short film there. And my other audition was on, when was it? Friday, I believe. Yeah, Friday, and that was for Paramount Pictures. And I actually got to audition for the director, and he's one of the directors of one of the Paranormal Activity movies. And it was for some kind of horror film. But I cannot say too much because I don't want to take a chance of them, finding out that I've been talking about all these things, and then, I may not get the part. So anyways, I'm waiting to hear back from them, so wish me luck, people. 2013, January, the first weeks, I'm already on my 3rd audition. Thank you so much. I'm happy, happy, happy. Today I want to talk about auditions for those of you who want to get into acting. There's a couple of ways that people audition. One of my auditions was improvised, which means you just they have another actor there, and then they have you, and you sort of improvise, meaning you just say whatever comes to your mind about whatever character they describe that you are. So you kind of have to be really good at improvising that, because I'm really good at improvising. That's like my best thing, because I'm not that good. Well, I don't want to say what I'm not good at, but improvising is my best. What I'm best at. Those auditions are the best. So improvise means, they have someone else, and then they have you, and you're going to be acting with this other person, and they're going to tell you the scene, and then they're going to tell you what your character is, and then just out of your mind you say, whatever comes to your mind. You basically just make up your own story and your own character based on what they told you, and you just say whatever comes out of your mind. So you have to be really good, really on top of it, and tip-top shape about it, and very well informed about whatever your character is, whether you're going to be playing a prostitute, a psychic, or, whatever. You have to know. So, that's improvised audition. And the other audition, which was my second audition, is the cold reading, which means they give you like a scene, a script with a couple of lines, and usually you're with another character, either the director, or again they'll have someone else reading with you as the other person in the scene, and then you just get the script on the spot. So you basically just have a couple of minutes to read it over, which is a cold reading. That's why it's a cold reading. And then you have to read it back to the as the director is there watching you and listening to you and probably videotaping you also. Let me give you an example of one of the monologues, which is sort of a monologue for one person. Whenever you go and audition by yourself and there's no one else there, and they want to hear your monologue, then you have to have some kind of monologue memorized, which is just you talking in character as someone. And this is one of my monologues that I'm in the process of memorizing, so that's why I wanted to do a cold reading of my monologue. So here it goes. Let me know what you guys think. To Mrs. Robinson by Barbara Loda and Ira Brodsky. Amelia, early 30s. Comic. Amelia, early 30s, has begun begun dating a much younger man. In this speech, she explained to her friend Liza the reason she's not sure she can keep dating him. So that's setting up the scene. And now I have to read the part of Amelia. And this is a monologue which I have to memorize and use at any of my auditions whenever I go and audition. So here it goes. Amelia, early 30s. Well, we were at Tony's waiting in line, and I saw this patron, this older woman, get pinched by this teenage boy. Tim didn't notice at all. He was putting our names in. The patron let out a little scream, but then she looked pleased. I was disgusted, like, oh my god, she's a pervo. And then I thought momentarily, oh my god, am I a pervo? And then I thought momentarily, oh my god, am I a pervo? Then I brushed it aside. Anyway, that's the background. Then we got a great seat near the window. Tim looked great. He had on a nice, comfortable, well-tight black shirt and new blue jeans. And it was very casual and romantic until he brought up Raiders of the Lost Ark. He just saw it on cable one night for the first time. I said, I remember seeing that in the movie theater with my brother. I loved it. He was like, wow, that would have been so great to see that in the theater. And then I realized he must have been too young. And I said, now I'm feeling like Mrs. Robinson. And he said, who? Okay, so he didn't know The Graduate. But then I started doing the math. Not just The Graduate, even movies like Raiders of the Lost Ark. It turns out it was 2 years before he was born. Then he brings up Breakfast Club, which of course was 1982, the shining movie of my 12-year-old life. And he says, I love those old movies from the 80s. Old movies, he says. I love those old movies from the 80s. Hey, old movies, he says. Old movies echoes. I realized he was 2 when that came out. He doesn't even remember regular roller skates or Wham's breakup. Heck, he doesn't even remember George Michael. I start counting things. I'm thinking, oh my god, he only remembers Family Ties and Dynasty from reruns. If at all. He's probably never even seen The Brady Bunch or Dance Fever. Not that that's a bad thing, really. He was 2 years old when Romancing the Stone and The Terminator came out. Oh my god, I am the pervo.